Hey guys, it's Buddy with Real Fun Fishing in Southwest Florida. And if you've been liking my videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, and click that bell for more videos. Today I'm going to show you how I wired up my trolling motor and my batteries and all that. First thing first, my disclaimer, I'm just some dude in a garage working on stuff. I'm not licensed in anything. I'm not a professional in anything. I mow grass. So if you mess up, you hurt yourself, you drill a hole into your boat, you hurt yourself without using the right safety gear, you kill yourself, whatever, sink your boat, it's all on you. So here we go. These are the tools that I use to wire up everything. I got some crimpers with wire strippers, a razor knife, some really good heat shrinks. I showed this in my rope video. These Croc-C heat shrink tubing kit with the glue inside. These things are really, this is really good heat shrink. I bought a lot of heat shrink and I really like this. We got some heavy duty eyelets that are tubular on the end. What we're going to be using is the biggest ones we could get. Let me see if I got one left. Yeah, I got one left. That's this big. It's the, I don't know, the biggest one that's in the kit. I'll have links for these kits in my description down below. What I had to do was drill this out to a 3/8 hole with my drill, so that way it'd fit the connection that Mako made. So no big deal. And what I do is I take sandpaper and I sand the inside. And I like these because they have the eyelet in the front that you can put solder in. And I just use plumbing solder. It works all the same. It's all same solder as long as it welds up. But with the wire that comes with the trolling motor quick connect kit from Atwood, you're actually gonna have to double up the wire. So cut it kind of far back. Like I cut like, I don't know, 2 inches off, and then I doubled it up, and then I shoved that in there, and then I soldered it together. That way it fit nice and tight. But yeah, if you double it up, it'll work pretty good. I'll show you how I did it. Other than that, you just need a torch, a drill to drill out the thing, and a torch for the heat shrink, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and jump inside the boat, and I'll show you the rest of the wiring. Here's the male connector of the Atwood trolling motor plug. All I used was just the crimp connectors that came with it, and then heat shrink it. Pretty basic. It's 18 gauge or whatever, or 8 gauge, whatever it is. But you just line it up with your crimps and crimp it. Pretty simple. And then that super great heat shrink I'm talking about, here if you zoom in right there, you can see all the glue right there. That's what holds this from coming out. I love those. That heat shrink, and look how thick that heat shrink is compared to the other one. See, that's the cheap one that it came with, and with no glue. That's the one that came with the glue. A lot better. A lot better. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and jump in the boat and show you the rest. And when it came out of the battery switch, it came with the 60 amp waterproof fuse that they have. Well, I have the Noco Genius 5.2 that I've already made a video on. I just bolt it on for now, and then when I take the boat out, I take it out just to try to save a little bit of room in there. I'm not bolting it on the inside for now. I made a new battery strap clamp over here for my second battery, because they only came with one over there. I made one here. This out of the way. And if you actually like to get in there and see, I just drilled a little battery clamp and made it on, and then put another battery tray, and then added another battery. Okay, now here's the main part of the battery. You have to have your power come out, then they have a ground that came out. Well, the ground has to go to this battery, the power has to go to the other battery, and then you jump it, boom boom. Now I just made those with the solder connections that I was telling you about. I sanded them down, soldered an eyelet on, and heat shrunk it on, and just bolted it on. But that's how you get a 24 volt system. So if you're worried about that. And then I just put some battery straps on to hold them nice and tight. so they don't bounce around when I'm in the water, which seems to work pretty good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you the wiring up front here in a second. And up here is where Mako ran their wires up here to a junction box, which I actually really like, because I put the Quick Connect female plug in, and I put eyelets on, and that's where you had to drill out with a 3/8 bit, so that way you can connect them to the posts that they made. And you just tighten it up, and then you shove it all back in. Nice and gently, somewhat, and screw it all back up. I'm not going to seal none of this, just because I plan on taking this off very often and checking those, and if they get corroded, I'll dispose of them. Nice little first boaters pro tip: do not put salty life vests in where your batteries are, because they'll corrode your posts and you'll have to sand them down and all that. So don't be a dork like me. So that's pretty much the wiring of the Minn Kota trolling motor that I installed. The power drive iPilot system that is awesome. I call it Captain Kota because I can drive that thing anywhere from on the boat. I'm going to be making a video on that probably tomorrow when I take the boat out. And this is how you connect the quick plug. You lift that up, you take this, make sure the notch is where the notch is, put it in, and then it'll have a nice little pin lock that locks on top, and then now that can't come out. I'm going to go ahead and button all this up, and I'll see you on the next video. If you've been liking my videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, and always click that bell to see the next one. And definitely subscribe. I need subscribers! Alright, anyways, see you around.